Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4.
Oh, dude!
Hot!
Welcome to WannaWeeb. I'm your host, Pina, and I'm here with my other wonderful host.
I am Lace.
And typically we have 3 people with us. Today, Echo is missing. She had to go run off, and I think she was helping with climate control in the rainforest.
The world.
So, saving the world.
Secret mission.
Yeah. Top secret. Sorry, that's why she, covers her face. She's too well known. So we just finished watching a movie, Dragon Ball, Mystical Adventure. It was from 1988, I do believe. And so if you want to catch our full reaction, it's off over there down below, or even somewhere around here, I believe. So please go catch that, because what we're about to do is talk about all that. So there's spoilers. Unless you don't care about that, then well, hey, come on in and join us. We were able to see a lot of characters that I haven't seen in a long time. Them being young, a lot of characters that have died out that I haven't seen in a hot minute, and I got to see somebody new. Your cosplay that your little character and our little chibis are all dressed up as, which was awesome. And you said there was another cameo also from
her father, I guess it's a maker. He's a scientist and he created a Raleigh. So Dr. Slump was also in a little corner for a little, like a split second.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so when you said Dr. Slump, I figured that was like the evil antagonist of the show the time. So I'm like,
no.
Slump?
So he's just very awkward, and he really wants a wife, and he's just too awkward and shy to talk to women, and he's just like, he's just Dr. Slump, okay?
He's just Dr. Slump.
The name applies.
The doctor's in the slumps, okay? He's trying his best, alright?
In a way, there isn't really like an enemy in that anime. It's pure comedy, I would say. At least like all the episodes that I've seen. I think it's just funny. Like, it was just created just to be funny, just to make you laugh. And there are definitely episodes that I would love for us to watch too, because they're just hilarious. They're hilarious.
See, I always thought it was just a manga. It was Toriyama's first creation, if I'm remembering correctly. And I always thought it was just a manga character. I didn't realize that she had her own TV show.
It's probably because it was never translated to English and it actually never aired. As far as I know,
that could be it.
You cannot find an English version anywhere. I tried, but
I never made it to the European states.
Yeah, and on the internet I found it was never translated, it was never dubbed. So maybe that's why. Like, you can find it with subtitles, but definitely not voiceover.
Well, at least the characters' names would be accurate, unlike ours in this previous episode we just watched. They were calling Goku Zero. Why? You know how we can relate to the American audience? Give them cool nicknames like Zero.
And what's funny was that also the subtitles were completely off. Not only what they were saying, but also the names. Because I'm not sure if you noticed in one instant, Bulma was calling Goku, and I'm pretty sure in the subtitles it said something like Son Kun or something like that. So I was like, who the heck is that, first of all? But I love how they kept swapping names. I feel like this video that we watched that was the only copy we were able to find. Put together different voiceovers, different subs. They're different dubbings, like, and put it together, glued it, because like from time to time you can hear the sound was different quality, and I'm pretty sure the Goku's voice actor also changed like 3 times, I swear.
That's how I felt about like Launch. She would be talking and she sounds like a normal person, and other times she sounds like somebody who's trying really hard to make like a southern gravelly accent.
Yeah, and I think that's why the names kept swapping, because like Tien was
Good
Ken,
point.
and then Shin Kun, like they called him everything on the world, like on this planet. Like, it was crazy.
That would make a lot of sense. So if they ended up having like 2 separate voice actors, because there was a couple times, like you said, it was like a noticeable difference. It sounded like they were right there in the room, and it was very clear and concise. And then other times, it sounded like they were muffled behind a wall, and you had no idea what they were saying.
Yeah, it was for sure glued together. But
very fun though.
Overall, it was really funny, very fast moving. You can definitely tell it was from the 80s.
They had to pack a lot into 40 minutes.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, we jumped in and we finished the story. There was no questions. Like, okay, that happened, and we're off to the next adventure. So that was definitely really great.
Dude, and I did like that they introduced the characters in a very fast-paced way and helped like establish history. So if you didn't watch the original show, you kind of knew what was going on. I like that. That was interesting. Yeah. Because I feel like this was like an alternate timeline, because they were meeting people for the first time, but they knew certain people. Because like the father and the Littlefoot, I forget their names, but they've known them before in the original series, did they not?
Yeah, but I wonder like at what point, because when I was looking online, some people said that this is between like episode 12 and 13. Don't quote me on that. I just saw it on Reddit.
I'm quoting you, bam, right there, Lace 2024.
But I think it's kind of like in between. But also, why is Kyotsu an emperor? Where did that come from?
I always thought. Actually, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I had no idea where Chaozu and Tien came from. I knew Tien was a like bad dude from the Dragon Ball series, which is like one of the first ones before even Piccolo showed up, if I'm remembering correctly. And then Chaozu just kind of appeared. I know most of my stuff from like Dragon Ball Z, with like the original, like with Raditz and stuff like that, the first Saiyan arc. And I caught some of the Dragon Ball growing up, but not a whole lot to retain too much knowledge from it. Most of the stuff that I remember is from like the Dragon Ball Z abridged stuff, where they quote some stuff that happened in the past, and I'm like, I know that reference.
Yeah, I usually rewatch Dragon Ball Z the most. I haven't rewatched Dragon Ball the original in like a couple of years, and with me, it's like if I watch it today, I can watch it again next month and be completely shocked and not remember anything. So even though I rewatched Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GTS, I watched that too several times in my life. Dragon Ball Z, I probably saw it like at least 20 times in my life, because I just keep rewatching it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like when I was younger, like I first started watching it when I was, I don't know, like probably like 7 or something, and I just like kept watching it every single year of my life until like my 20s, and then I like took a little bit of break, got busy with school, and then I just rewatched Dragon Ball Z earlier this year. But Dragon Ball, the regular one, I haven't seen in a couple of years. I don't remember exactly. But I thought that they met at a tournament. But most of them together, like. I know Yamcha came from
Tien and all them.
Like but Tien and Chaozu, I thought that they met the tournament, but you know what? It means that I have to rewatch it. So.
Yeah, it's simple as that. We gotta rewatch all of it. The memory gets a little foggy. You're getting confused. I think you're actually getting confused when Daryl first meets Goku, and then when Rick finally saves Chi-Chi. Wait, hold on. I think I'm getting two universes mixed up.
You know, it's fall. It's the Walking Dead time, and yes, I'm rewatching that too.
Yes. Oh, and you made a statement a minute ago about Dragon Ball GT. Super Saiyan 4 is a badass transition.
Yes.
Fucking fight me. That was so fucking cool, man.
Yep, honestly.
That shit was so badass.
When they did Dragon Ball Super and then they decided that GT is just like not canon at all, I was really upset because Dragon Ball Super Saiyan 4 is just...
It's so cool!
Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4.
Oh, dude!
Hot!
Dude, right? He's all badass. He's got...
Oh my god.
He's got those skinny jeans on, real tight.
let's take a look. Let's take a look. Am I still sharing my screen?
Vegeta is definitely a fucking dilf.
Look at that. Look at that. Like,
look at these badass motherfuckers here.
how can you not fall in love? Look at his jeans, like skinny jeans. Okay, like,
dude, he painted those motherfuckers on.
This design was
it is so badass.
Amazing. That's the best thing about
so much...
GT.
And that was so much better than his handlebar mustache he had going on there for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, that
my mustache.
that was just that was not okay.
He got like the red eyeliner on and stuff.
Yeah. But honestly,
dude,
like, amazing design. And I really like that they went back to like their like
gorilla.
Yeah, like I think it's like gorillas don't have tails.
So they're chimpanzee style.
They're apes. They're ape form. So, like, because in Dragon Ball Z, they kind of just, like, chop their tails. Goten was born without a tail because they forgot.
They forgot to add that.
Yeah. So I definitely really love that because I thought that it was such a great kind of throwback to the beginning. It's like, hey, like, why did we just, like, forget about that they turn into apes?
Yeah, dude.
I definitely agree. And I definitely like what
it reminds us that they're aliens.
Yeah, yes,
they're
exactly.
not humans, they're aliens.
Exactly.
They're human-like, but they might be carbon-based life forms nonetheless, but
so in Poland, when I was growing up, everyone was obsessed with Dragon Ball for a while, and we had these like gums that are like bubble gum. And once you bought it, the wrapper was actually a sticker.
Okay.
It was like double wrapped, so it was like a wrapper and like there was also a sticker, and this was one of the stickers. And once I got that,
this particular image,
this particular image, and I was like,
that's cool.
I won lottery. I don't need anything else in my life. I'm
and
done.
Right on the wall. I peeked. Yeah. That's it.
I have most of these stickers still around. I have them downstairs in my little secret Dragon Ball drawer stash
Cool,
in the living
dude.
room. I need to find if I have this particular one. But another thing that we had was in potato chips. So it was
like the potato chips looked like characters?
No. I wish. No, so once you buy a potato chip, inside there was a little like plastic bag, and you open it and you got cards. And I brought them with me today as a little show and tell. So
please do.
Let me start with my favorite villain, and that's how we're going to
starting with the evil one.
Did I not grab it? Alright, I grabbed something close enough. So my favorite villain from Dragon Ball is Perfect Cell.
It's Cell.
I only have the Cell 2 with me.
Yeah, I was about to say, Lace, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, I guess I didn't grab Perfect Cell. I had it in my hand, and it must have dropped when I was picking up the cards. I didn't bring all of them. I have like 100 of them. But okay, like Perfect Cell is my favorite Dragon Ball villain.
Dude, Perfect Cell is so, because he's like super charismatic, you know? Oh, there he is!
It was just stuck to the next card.
He didn't want to leave. He's like, I am perfect right here. I am Perfect Cell. Dude, he's like super charismatic and like a total badass too.
Yeah.
No, I liked him a lot. And then, see, my issue is that I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z abridged over the last like decade versus the actual Dragon Ball Z. So my brain is very skewed to like their Perfect Cell, and I'm like, he is perfect.
No, I think that he was the perfect villain in my opinion. And every time they brought back Frieza, and I was like, I'm so over it. Just bring back Cell.
This guy. Well, so why'd you like Cell so much?
I don't know. It was just like the way he was just so cruel, but also didn't care at the same time. Like, he just wanted to win just to win. He didn't really have an agenda. Like, Frieza just wanted to kind of take over the world. Like, he just wanted to...
Space Hitler.
Yeah, like, essentially. but Cell, like, he just wanted to be the strongest. Like, and he would destroy everything, including himself, just to be the strongest. He was so focused on that. And I really like that
his Vegeta was showing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So you could...
That's why you like him so much!
Probably. But he, like, kept evolving, but also, like, his character was evolving. It was very, like, interesting to see. And, like, I really like his ability, too. Like, just, like, swallow someone and you can take their, you know, abilities.
And all their energy.
Yeah. And I know Boo had something similar, but I think he just copied Elsa.
Yeah, little cute copycat. Because he was so perfect, you know, the best form of flattery is impersonation, right?
Yeah. And also, like, look how badass he was. Like...
Dude, look at that neckline!
Yeah, and then...
He just shrugs all day long.
Compared to this little thing? I mean, I guess...
No!
Like, look. Who's a better enemy, okay? Who are you gonna be scared of?
Yeah, I mean... Scared for different reasons.
I'm shaking my pants seeing this dude. But this guy? We can...
I just want bubblegum. Actually, at the same time, I would probably be sitting there going like, why is the Michelin Man pink and coming after me?
Yeah, and coming after your cookies as well.
Oh no, buy me dinner first, Martin Boo.
My life. It only lasts an hour. We've been recording for an hour. It's okay. I have a second one. But these things, by the way, from TikTok shop, great. I love it.
Put them on your camera. They change light. It's really nice.
Yeah. Who else did we see? We also saw Yamcha in this episode. He also had
what did they call Yamcha again? They were calling him something else too.
They called him like a bunch of it.
Yo, this movie was so odd with the naming, dude. Oh, and that was something else too that you pointed out, that he didn't have it, because I noticed he didn't have his scars yet.
Yeah.
So that's something he gets down later.
Yeah, this is Dragon Ball Z and he has scars.
Uh-huh.
So when does he get the scars?
He gets messed up at one point then. Because in my headcanon, they first meet him like a few days after meeting Bulma. And he's like trying to steal some shit or something like that. And I knew he already had the cat, and I thought he already had the scars. Now, I could be mixing that up with the actual Dragon Ball Z live action movie. That shall not be named.
Yeah, he gets his cuts later on from training, apparently. Yeah, because
you know what?
Definitely didn't have scars first.
That's what's really cool about like Dragon Ball Z, is that I feel like it's one of the first, for me at least, one of the first animes that I notice if something happened in a season, it could be 5, 6, 7 seasons later, and that affected them still. Yeah. Like if somebody died once, and then three seasons later they're about to die, they're like, no, you can't, you already died once. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool. And it actually shows that there is consequences, you know? Not everything is just kind of like hunky-dory. You're like, yeah, good guys always win. So I think that's really freaking cool for a show back in the, you know, written in the 70s? And then started to be produced in the 80s? To be doing that? I don't know, that's badass, personally. I think that's cool shit. I'm sure other shows have done that before, but it's the first one that kicks in my head where I'm like, yeah.
And I'm sure there's a lot of like plot holes that we don't remember. But you know what?
We never talk shit on Toriyama.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
Oh, we also had Oolong in this episode.
Oolong!
He also had like a bunch of different names.
Which I found out that he transforms.
Yeah, it's actually in here, like, I know you can't really read it because it's small, but also it's in Polish. But it does say that his one and only ability is that he can turn into any character, but it only lasts 5 minutes.
So wait, these are Polish cards.
Yes.
Oh,
they're in Polish.
Can you show it up to like the camera real quick? And what does the back look like?
It's just the brand of the chips where you got it.
Oh, that's right, the brand of the chips that you were saying. I'm sitting here like, so that's how you see Dragon Ball Z in Polish. All right.
Yeah, and they're
Lays.
they're also shinies. Like, you can get like a special card, which is this one that has like.
Oh, look at little Gohan.
Yeah, it doesn't have any writing
like holographic,
on it, like other ones. And the thing is, with these cards, you can actually play just like Pokemon, but funny thing is that they never explain how to play it. But in here, it tells you like how much health it has and how much ki it has, and what level it is. But you don't know how to play it. Nobody knew. We just collected them, and not all cards have that. Because like for example, Bulma doesn't really have like power or ki.
So she's like a trainer card.
Yeah, but also other people who you would think would have power, like Krillin, it doesn't.
He doesn't
have it. No.
Krillin's like the strongest human alive.
Yeah, it actually says that. It actually says exactly that. The strongest human. Not alive, but
well, I don't want to brag. I can read Polish, you know. English I can't read, but Polish I can. Yeah.
It also says that he's a monk, which is not true. Actually, I guess he was.
Isn't it? They would at least explain the dot.
Yeah.
And his bald head.
It's at the very end. It says, whenever he can, he helps Son Goku. And also in Polish, it's Son Goku, not Goku.
Oh, you mean Zero?
Zero? But there are also other cards that I collected that were actually from Japan. And the funny thing is that they are Dragon Ball GT.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah, dude. I remember the Dragon Ball Z, GT cards. The backs of those, the Shenron, are so cool.
Yeah. So these are like these cards, but these
those are cool.
Dragon Ball Z characters. So I'm not entirely sure why it says GT, because like these are
Dragon Ball Z models.
Yeah. I mean, this Vegeta is completely terrible, but I also
look at that hairline.
So this is my show and tell, but I'm sure you guys had cards in the States.
We did. Give me 3 seconds here. I think I have them right here, matter of fact. All right. Yeah, I think I have some. I got a big old binder full of cards there.
I need to put these away too somehow. They're just stacked in the door.
think got him. Oh, hey, this should look familiar. Some Naruto from the other day.
Sorry, it was like on an angle in the camera that I'm looking at.
You're solid. I was trying to angle it so both cameras can see. Let's see, I got Naruto, I got some Inuyasha, I got plenty of Pokemon. I thought I had Dragon Ball Z ones, but apparently I do not. Tragic. I definitely did when I was a kid. I used to collect all that stuff. But I have moved time to time. I've been a little bit of a traveling man, and I've lost a lot of stuff in moving. So I thought I had some, but not anymore. I definitely, as a kid, collected a lot of those Dragon Ball GT ones.
Yeah.
Because I think Dragon Ball GT came out around the same time that I was like in middle school. So of course I was going to base my entire personality off of that. You know.
Of course, as one does.
Yes, you know, I never going to work out, but very passionate about it. sitting there for hours, like, come on, Kami. I can do it. No.
Have you tried that as a kid, like for real?
Of course. Oh my
Yeah.
god, me and my sister were like, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8, and we were sitting there like, okay, just focus all your energy right there, and if we can use both of our energy, we could probably create one. My sister's like, this isn't working. I'm like, no, you can put more effort into it. What about you?
For sure. I've tried it so many times. I really thought that I could do it. I was like, you know, I know everything about this. Like, I really can do it. But I never happened to me, unfortunately. 1 second, my dog's freaking out again. I don't know.
They want attention.
Yeah.
All right, don't worry. I'll entertain them while you're gone.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right, don't mind her. It's just you and me. Hey, guys, where are you going? Wait, come back. It's not that bad, all right? I can. Okay, fine. So we ended up watching that movie, and I'm sure some people who, if you are watching this, and I appreciate that, we appreciate you. Thank you. You're like, what about the movie itself? Well, it was chaotic, man. It was so fast-paced. It just kind of starts off about them, like the Red Ribbon Army dudes, like the bad guys are wanting to collect
to overthrow
all the
Chaozu,
Dragon Balls.
and
Very
then
cliche, right?
Shang,
They want
Dragon
Goku, wow, and which made apparently Chaozu is a king of they had just an empire of the emperor of the world, which was Hiroshi. It was everywhere, all over the place. They're meeting characters that we thought we've already met. Miss, what was it? Whiskers?
Magical Whiskers?
Magical Whiskers?
Or Wonderful
what was
Whiskers?
the cat's name?
Was it
Wonderful
Wonderful
Miss
Miss
Whiskers?
I think.
Something like that.
I'm sure you will see it once you edit it.
Yeah, I'll just hard cut back into this spot.
My favorite is Whiskers the Wonder Cat.
Whiskers the Wonder Cat.
Oh, cute.
They want to
It was that. Yeah, no, because it dawned on me too. I was like, we didn't really mention much about the movie because there's really not much to mention about the movie.
It was so fast. Like, honestly, it was over before I knew it. I really like that they had a Raleigh in there. It was just so random.
And Raleigh is your character's name, right?
Yes. But yeah, overall, like, there was a tournament, but only like one person fought.
Yeah, that was it. One dude showed up, Yamcha whooped his ass, and then that was it. 3 other people, 1 dies.
And then it was that. And then Goku completely like destroyed a portion of like
He killed people.
yeah, I didn't want
He
to say
straight
that,
up
but he did.
murdered people. Dude, he straight up just nuked those guys.
Yeah. Also, my favorite part was where the guy was like digging in his nail,
yeah, he's like,
and he was just like,
dude. Eh.
that was like really
I'm like,
random.
brother, well, get your finger out of that. He's sitting there staring at Roshi. He's like, you mother.
Yeah, it was like very chaotic, but really fun. Honestly, like I feel like it was pretty funny as well. But yeah, it just kept moving. It just kept moving, and I was like, "Whoa, hold on! Let me take this in. What's
Let me
happening?
breathe.
Who are these people?" And it was especially hard since like everyone's names are completely off the whole time, especially
I was
with like
just gonna say that.
with the subtitles, and the audio was completely.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that also the story was slightly different because not only people's names were wrong, but also locations, because they were like, oh, he's from the Redlands, and then they were calling it completely like a different name.
Yeah, they were calling him
Marriage or something.
Kren?
Yeah, like
The Krin or something like that.
yeah, like it was just like so off the whole time. And also how Bulma was like Elena.
Yeah, I always kept They kept saying Elena, and I kept thinking of the Misfits. Elena.
I was thinking of the Vampire Diaries.
The Vampire Diaries. I've never watched that.
Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah, you're like, don't.
I mean, it's great, but it's not. Yeah, but I really like how we like just kind of jumped into the story. It was like there was no introduction whatsoever. I mean, at the very beginning, I guess they were talking about some stuff with Pilaf and stuff, but then later on we see Krillin and Goku just like training with the milk crates and with the shells, and then they were done. So
oh dude, that opening montage, that singing, that song they had a good time with that. They were enjoying themselves. Was it, you got a rock and roll song about this anime show? Well, say less, brother. We got that. It was like an 80s ballad style. What? Oh, who's that? Michael Keaton style.
It was so funny, honestly. It was just like so quick and done. Like,
yeah, I did like when they first met up with Krillin and Goku and all that. They were like, "Hey, you told us when we got done moving the rock, we passed," and it's like, "Oh, okay, cool." So these guys are training. I didn't know anything, these guys are training, and all they had to do is move the rock. And the old man's impressed now that they moved the rock. Good on them. And then they just proceed to take these shells off, and then because chicks don't dig guys with turtle shells.
That's right. That's right.
Dude, they got so much air from that. They're like, "Oh, I feel so light now."
Up in the air.
You guys good?
But honestly, it was just like, it was so quick that if you blinked, you lost like the best jokes. You have to have your eyes open the whole time. Like, please don't blink because you're gonna miss it all.
And the amount of like subtitles that were way funnier than what was being said. Like at one point, Goku's like, "Oh no," and it's him sitting there going, "Yummy."
Yummy. That's it.
Yeah, just yummy.
Also, I absolutely love how when they were talking about like why they were at the restaurant or something like that, she's just like, "Oh, we heard this lasagna is out of this world."
I heard this lasagna's out of this world. She just slammed an entire pack of fucking camels.
Oh, it was great. Honestly, just amazing. I really love how fast it was because
it was, yeah.
They just packed so much, and honestly, like the story kept going, and it makes me think of this YouTube video I saw recently titled "Everyone Wants to Waste Your Time." And I noticed that a lot of movies and shows right now are just like fillers. Like, I'm not sure if you guys watch Netflix, but I've been trying to watch some documentaries. And it used to be like a movie. Like, you watch it, it was like an hour and a half for a documentary. And now it's like 7 parts, and they're all an hour and a half long. And they have the most random people talking about the most random things. It has nothing to do with like what happened, like what they're trying to talk about, like the true crime or like some kind of, fire fest or something.
Yes. How would you save billions of dollars? Man, I'd suck a dick.
Yeah, but this was, you know what? Like,
no.
Every single second was there for a reason. Either to be funny or to move the story along. They did not waste any time. Goku flew like 2.3 thousand kilometers.
Instant. Like that. Caught the only thing in the stratosphere to catch him. Mr. Golden Whiskers or whatever his name was.
Yeah. So I guess it was very unlike Dragon Ball Z because Dragon Ball Z there has so much filler all the time everywhere. And you have like Goku like powering up for 3 episodes straight. But in this one,
yeah, dude,
done.
It's like Dragon Ball Z when Frieza and all them. The Earth is gonna blow up in 5 minutes. 20 episodes later.
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
and with what you were saying about the documentary stuff like that, I feel like a lot of that, I was trying to watch. There was this dude that was supposed to win a jet from like Pepsi or something like that if he drank so many sodas or had so many points, blah 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 blah. And so he did it. It was like early 2000s, and they were like, "No, we're not going to give you the jet," blah blah blah. And so he sued them, and apparently ended up winning. I don't know the exact true story behind it, but they're like, "Hey, there's a Netflix documentary." I'm like, "Oh, but that'd be a fun 1 hour video." It was 7 episodes.
I tried watching that and I gave up. Because you know what? It could have been a TikTok. Just make a TikTok about it with 3 minutes.
Where is that young Asian man that cuts it? He's like, "You guys won't believe this story," and then plays it out in 1 minute.
And that's why
I need that guy to show up. Yes, him right there.
and honestly, I couldn't even do a TikTok about Dragon Ball Mystical Adventure because like every single second matters. Like it would have to be like, you know, like I guess like 4 parts because I can make like a 10-minute video.
It was like a fever dream. How like fast paced and like chaotic it was.
Yeah.
Like, what was Bulma's wish? Why is she trying to find the Dragon Ball?
I don't know. They never
She
said
was
anything,
just
but it didn't matter.
supposed to find him.
She just wants to find
We're
them.
just finding it. We just gotta find it. Come on, guys. Why? Because the plot. Let's go.
If I remember it correctly, in the original Dragon Ball, she was looking for Dragon Balls because she was looking for a boyfriend. She wanted a perfect boyfriend. And then she found Yamcha. But then...
Can you say you're 16 without saying you're 16?
Yeah. But then, you know what? Like, people kept dying, so they kept using Dragon Balls to revive people all the time. But then later on, in Dragon Ball Super, Bulma looks very hot. Guess why? What did she do?
Did she have the Dragon Ball age her back a few years? That is such a bold move, dude.
She asked Shenron to take her back, like not take her back, but take away 7 years. Okay, she's 7 years younger, but mostly because she's like, "Oh, I'm married to a Super Saiyan, and they age so slow." So she didn't want to look older than Vegeta. And you can actually,
what a great reason.
Yeah, but you can actually see that. No, but like you can actually see that Chi-Chi, like she looks old. Like you can actually see her like look older.
Oh no! And then Bulma turns around and does that shit.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's
Chi-Chi
actually
can't win.
Isn't that like already at the end of Dragon Ball Z though? I don't remember, but like that happens for sure. And in Dragon Ball Super, hilarious. She's a hot mom.
Good on her. Bulma, yes, please get a queen. But dude, you know, Bulma's winning. She's just winning. Poor Chi-Chi's got it bad. She's got a dead husband that's never there. Her poor kids are always trying to run the fuck away. And what does she have? Old age.
Yeah. It's funny because the last time I rewatched Dragon Ball Z, I'm trying to remember, was it at the end of Dragon Ball Z or was it the beginning of Dragon Ball Super or GT? I don't remember, like in between somewhere there. But they had a party. They got together and like they were talking about like, oh, they haven't seen each other for a long time. And of course Goku was late, but in that episode, Ichi kind of said how Vegeta was reliable and how he was just like a great husband. But Bulma, you know, like in her mind, Goku is like saving the world. You know, it's like it's important for him to like, you know, train, and he's a, you know, a great father to actually, is he? Piccolo's better, but
come on, Piccolo's a great dad.
It was really funny.
There might be a 3 years difference, but you know, he's a great older brother, if anything.
Yeah. But yeah, they like, you know, they said how like Goku is just charming and everyone loves him. So it was very sweet. It was really funny to see like Chi-Chi jealous a little bit.
Yeah. Spill that tea, queen. What's that? And get her a nice, like, warm blanket. Get her a glass of wine. Yeah, tell us more about Goku. Yeah, here you go, here, Chi-Chi. No, you need the bottle next to you. Yeah, as you were saying, yeah, he runs off on you. 20 years you said he's been dead. Interesting.
You know, but like also
Just come back.
He comes back to life, but even when he's back, he's still away. Still like leaves them. Like he left to train Oob. And he just said like I'm leaving, peace out.
I've been dead for 10 years later.
Yeah, it's like
Goku's a deadbeat.
Yeah, he really is. And
I'm just saying.
And honestly, I feel like I never kind of realized that until I like rewatched it the very last time, like this year. That he leaves a lot on his own, because I feel like I always remembered it as like, oh, he had no choice, like, oh, or he was dead, or he like, you know, my cat's just nuts right now. But he actually
going after all the light.
He actually leaves all the time on his own. And I think that's just like the Saiyan in him. That is just like such a strong like drive
warrior
in his life. But then like if you think about it, like Vegeta is there for his family all the time. Whether he's, you know, cold or whatnot, like he's there, he doesn't leave, you know, like he trains there. He doesn't have to go to another planet and just like peace out. Yeah.
He just has it all in his backyard.
Yeah. But again, like they're fucking rich.
Yeah, I mean that does help. He is he is the prince of all Saiyans, and you know, she is the richest person in the world.
Yeah.
Well, I generally think given all things, Vegeta's a really good dad. I think Vegeta's a really good person, all things considering. He's had a troubled past, but he does work on it to become a better person in the long run. What does Goku do? He's just the same person from the day he was a child. He always runs off. He always puts his friends in dangers. He doesn't think of consequences until it's realistically the last second. And he doesn't grow for them. He gets stronger, but he doesn't like learn from that and go like, oh, I shouldn't do that because it's going to put these people in harm or their feelings and whatnot. He's like, I'm just going to do it and it's going to win because I learned how to win in this fight. And poor Vegeta's over here is like, nah, fuck your feelings. And like 10 minutes later, he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Please forgive me. You're like when Boris shows up and ends up like hitting Bulma, and he's like, don't hit my Bulma! And just starts beating the shit out of Boris. I'm like, pop off, King, yeah.
For sure. He's a protector. He like definitely focuses on family, and Goku's just like whatever.
And in GT, he's really good to his kids too.
Yeah,
he's strong with Trunks, but and he's such a good dad to her.
He takes her shopping.
Which is a good state. That's apparently a really high bar for dads.
Apparently. I wouldn't know, so.
Dude, alright, so with the hurricanes that have been happening, there was this dad that was supposed to drive 2 hours on a normal commute to his daughter's wedding and the next state over, and because of the hurricanes, he got rerouted. He was about 10 miles off from his destination, and he couldn't go much further, and the cop's like, nah, dude, you gotta turn around or hoof it. A wild banjo appeared. And so he goes, all right, well, I gotta get to my daughter's wedding, so I'm hoofing it. He grabs his backpack and he starts going, falls in mud, loses a shoe, walks like 5 miles, gets a hitchhikes, shows up to the wedding. The night he gets there, stays the night, showers, gets everything situated. Took 12 hours with driving, hiking, getting stuck in mud, almost dying, losing his shoes, and makes it to his daughter's wedding, walks her down the aisle, and he never said a word about it until after the wedding.
That's
and I'm like, my dad didn't even text me for my wedding.
Oh no, Benjo's changing settings on my microphone every time he walks by. So I hope it's okay. But look how cute he is. Are you cute?
Hi, Banjo.
He's gonna bite me soon. You know, You know who we didn't see this episode and in this movie, and I was really disappointed? Yajirobe.
Yajirobe!
He wasn't there. He wasn't there with the kitty.
I know, he wasn't hanging out with his boyfriend. What the fuck?
Well, like, where was he?
I ship those two. They were a great couple. I like them together. It's wholesome.
I feel like he joins him later, but I just don't remember when. But also don't know where in the timeline this movie is supposed to be either.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't see him.
Because, oh my god, all of it's just flushing back because I was about to say, like, well, what about, what's Popo? And I was like, he doesn't know Popo exists
Mr.
yet.
Popo is way up, even higher
up
than
there.
the kitty, yeah.
Popo! You're gonna die, maggot.
Oh wait,
God, you gotta watch Dragon Ball Abridged.
I have to. I've never actually seen it. I do have Mr. Popo as well.
There he is, the god himself.
Yeah, and well, we did. We forgot to completely mention something from the movie.
Oh, I was curious when you were going to bring this up, actually.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but our listeners don't.
But they
so
don't
go
know.
ahead and fill them in.
The Terminator. They had a freaking Terminator in there.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. RoboCop, dude.
Straight up RoboCop. Like, I swear, like, they didn't even bother changing anything. It was straight up.
No.
Straight up Terminator.
He had the fucking haircut coming up in here.
Yeah.
You're gonna die, you bud.
Yeah, like, look at, like, it even looked like him. You definitely put it on the screen because, like, they need to see it. It was really funny when his head flew completely.
Dude.
And he was
Zero
a robot?
called that.
I was so glad it was a robot.
Dude, that was so funny. You're like, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's RoboCop. 2 seconds later, bap, bap, bap. Oh my god. Fucking Goku was all like, I'm gonna knock your block off. What? He wasn't lying. Sure as shit. There goes this ginger top head flying in the air, looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger's built chin back in the 80s.
Yeah, and then sorry. Enjo. He's attacking me.
No, you're getting eaten alive.
Okay, he's banned. Look at him. Banjo.
Look how chaotic it is.
Okay.
That poor cat is beating her up. I think she owes him
Wait.
money, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah,
You didn't pay him full rent, did you? He's coming for your kneecap.
He was like biting me. I was just like, okay, this is actually like starting to hurt. But
You're like, yep, that's warm. That's blood trickling down. Time to go, bud.
he's been like extra hungry lately, and I don't know what's going on with him. He's just been like extra hungry and extra feisty. I was like, leave me alone. I don't know what's going on.
Dude, we gave our cat some new cat chow here recently, and she loves it so much. She's like a dog on cake, dude. I gotta grab her by the scruff to pull her back so I can put some food into her before she's all like, give me it.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
Like, you act like you're dying.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Montana was just like sitting there. But like, she doesn't bite me, but she just like makes like the weirdest sound when she's hungry. She's like, meh! Like,
she just
like
goes no
banshee.
audible noise anymore.
Yeah, it's like, doesn't even
That's
meow.
so cute.
Doesn't even sound like a cat.
Just a siren.
Yeah, but yeah, that actually reminds me, like, honestly, Banjo is just like Goku when it comes to eating. It's just like
So Banjo's just Vegeta then.
yeah, actually, yeah.
Just a feisty, angry thing that eats everything.
But
Got
it's
it.
also very, very loving. Like, when it's time to snuggle, it's time to snuggle.
And if anybody ever hurts you, he's like, "Don't you hurt my lace."
Yeah, but I was actually a little bit worried that we would not see Shenron because they rolled
Yeah.
The,
I thought they were gonna cut it too.
yeah.
They started rolling the credits. I was like, no.
Yeah, and I was just like, are they not gonna show it? What's happening? And we were prepared. We were so ready for Shenron. Oh my god.
We got our boy Shenron. Come on.
I was very worried. But I guess just like at the beginning when they started technically the movie with the credits at the beginning, like they also did the same at the end, which is great because you watched it from the beginning till the end, like till the the screen said the end.
Dude, he literally showed up on Nimbus, flew off, 2 seconds later says end. And literally, okay, so in the movie, the climax of it all, where all the good guys finally get together, they overthrow the bad guys, they get the Dragon Balls, make the wish to bring back somebody's dead father back to life, then rolling the credits with the happy ending where everyone's thrilled was 2 minutes. I'm not exactly. It was 2 minutes.
It was.
And it was like, all right, we're done.
Let's see. Yeah, it was literally like 2 minutes.
Like Tien is sitting there to kill Chaozu, and they're like, do it, Tien. Kill him. Kill him. And he's like, no, you can't do it. Ah, blows him away. They drop the Dragon Balls, they find them, they save everything. 2 minutes!
Honestly, this formatting works great if you have ADHD. I want to watch everything like this. Okay? With the credits, already jump into the story. I don't need any opening, don't introduce the characters. I'll figure it out who's who while I'm watching it, okay?
I'll figure it out who is who.
It doesn't matter to me. Let's just jump in the story.
I need to know. Just fill me in later.
And then at the very end, you know, the sum is sum. Like, you know, like we're done with the story. Like you don't need to drag it out.
You don't need to drag it out.
It's over. We're done. We're good.
Dude, and that shit was so funny because they build it up. The entire thing was so fast paced. Even if them trying to collect the Dragon Balls to like going to the martial arts tournament. It was all fast-paced, so the movie ending and the way it did, it makes sense. It's canonical. Yep, understood.
It was perfect. And conveniently, most Dragon Balls were already in the right spot. When we started the movie, they were already there. And the little statue that like just opens the mouth and just swallows it. It was perfect.
Yeah, dude, that just they press the eyes. She's like, jackpot!
I like how to open it, you just like stab it
in. Three Stooge style, dude.
Oh my god, it was perfect. From the start to the end, everything was perfect. I wouldn't change anything. Except maybe finding the right, the right names. The right names. That was the only thing that was important. That was off. But we spent a long time trying to find even any version whatsoever.
100. Thank you to that one YouTuber.
Yeah. With only 4 subscribers. Oh, we're gonna subscribe to you.
We're gonna subscribe to that one. Thank you so much for hooking us up with that.
No, it was perfect. I really appreciate the person who graciously shared
took that copyright
with
strike
us.
and kept it up. We appreciate you. Fucking dude, I agree with you, man. The movie overall, minus all the the little hiccups and whatnot, it was just a very fun. If I had to compare this to a food item, it was a bag of chips. It wasn't good for you, but they weren't bad. It was tasty. It was a quick snack, and I had a great time with it. It was cute. It was funny. It had me on my edge of the seat a couple times. Overall, I very much enjoyed it. My anime list has it with a score of 6.81 with 32,000 users voting that.
That's too low.
That's too low. I agree.
If I was going to compare this to any food item, it would be like a crumb cake. Like a crumb coffee cake, because it just falls apart. But you know what? You're gonna eat every single crumb. You're going to just Grab your hand and push it in your mouth.
You just fucking, some pieces are gonna fall. Let's just scoop it back together. You'll figure it out.
It doesn't matter.
That was good. I wasn't expecting that analogy, dude.
But you know what? It worked. Just like a crumb cake, it works. It may not be like a solid piece, but it works. But I honestly would give it like a 7.5. It was really fun. It was very chaotic. I don't know if there's anything that was like innovative about this. But it was really fun. It was great, honestly, for a quick movie to kind of get it out there. It was amazing. And back in the day, I would say, like, because it was Dragon Ball, it was mostly tailored to kids. Later on, it would change into like teenagers. But for a kid, this is fantastic. You don't need to know everyone's names. Like, one time you call her Bulma, another time is Elena. Like, it doesn't matter. You know it's a girl with blue hair.
100%, dude. So you gave it a 7.9?
7.5, like 7.5.
7.5.
Well, what would you rate it?
7.5? I would rate that because of the overall. I'm going to give that a 7.3. I'm going to give it a 7.3 because it was very fun. I really enjoyed it. I would probably watch it again. The names threw me off, and it doesn't really have a whole lot of me. It doesn't do a whole lot for like storylines or whatever. Like I can just watch this and it really mean nothing. So it's not like over high end and whatnot. So I'm gonna say like 7.3.
Yeah, I think it was
7
like
points.
It's one of the things that is like great to watch, but like it's not going to change your life. But you know what? It's still great to watch. I'm still gonna give it a high score.
Hell yeah. Hey,
It was really
you know what
fun.
that does? I loved it. So we liked it so much. So that gives us a WannaWeeb average of 7.4.
Nice.
I just did the math in my head. You said 0.5, I said 0.3. We'll meet in the middle. 7.4 WannaWeeb rating.
Yay.
If you haven't watched the movie, I highly suggest go and watch it. We'll put that link for the movie right down below for the YouTuber we watched it off of. Thank you for watching. We really enjoyed it. Lace, any final words?
Go watch it. And thank you so much for a YouTuber that's called Movies.
Yes,
that we stream from because we could not find it anywhere. We're so appreciative. And honestly, it was a great watch. I had a great time. And I hope Echo will be able to watch this later on and let us know what her thoughts are, because I think she would enjoy it as well, because it was just so chaotic.
100%.
You'd be like, what's happening? Who are these people?
Yeah. As soon as she saw somebody's head come off, she'd be like, wait, whoa, what's happening here?
But yes, definitely. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Make sure to watch their reaction and kind of like watch along, technically.
Yeah, more or less.
Because there's nothing to cut. It was just straight action the whole time.
I could probably just leave the video as is in the algorithm and be like, yeah, this was cut for sure. Yeah, there's clearly no storyline here.
45 minutes. That's all it is.
That is like 70 shorts or 2 actual YouTube videos.
Yeah. But,
all right. Hey,
you.
thank you. Oh yeah. Back to me, Pina over here in the corner. No, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate that. Please check out some more of our other videos. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go. All right. Welcome to WannaWeeb. I'm.
Who are you?
Oh, I stuttered. All right. 3, 2, 1.